Hi guys, so today's video is going to be my first impression slash sort of unboxing slash like second impression sort of the Jeffree Star liquid lipsticks that I ordered. And so first things first, I just gonna want to talk about because I know I'm gonna get some questions about it. This is just henna that I did on myself about a week and a half ago. So it is almost completely faded in some spots. If you guys want, this was actually just my first time doing it, so if you guys want, I can do a video like the second time I do it, sort of explaining my process slash like where I get it. So yeah, let me know if that's something that you guys would be interested in, because I can always do that. So I did order 4 liquid lipsticks from Jeffree Star. I don't know, I forget when I ordered it. Like I ordered it right when the blue liquid lipstick collection came out. I was super excited for it because, as you guys know, I love blue lipsticks. Where is the one that I have? So yeah, so as you guys know, I love blue lipsticks. I have a couple of them, but my favorite one probably being Occ Lip Tar and RX. The thing is though, is that this is not a liquid lipstick, so this is a put it on and it will move around and it will be all cray, and it doesn't really set. The second that I heard that there was going to be like a blue matte liquid lipstick that, you know, supposedly lasts like a long time, I was like, hell yeah, I'm down. So I stocked this, like made sure like the second that it rolled over to like 3 o'clock and I could order them, I ordered them. I actually got my order in 5 minutes before 3 o'clock. Like I kept refreshing the site and I just went boop 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 boop, got them. I do just want to talk a little bit about the shipping. Shipping came pretty quick. It came in 2 weeks to Canada, which is not bad at all. They did have postage through Canada, so I could actually see like where it was being tracked in Canada, and that's awesome. My only slight complaint, and I know you guys don't, I know that there's a lot of controversy on my Melt Cosmetics like rant video about like, oh, you're just complaining about like little things like out of your control, and it's like, well, it's not that I'm complaining about them, I'm letting you guys know what is something that I kind of go over, because this is important to a lot of people, like sort of how their stuff is being shipped, how long it takes, you know, what happens with that kind of thing. So I talk about everything and let you guys know my honest opinions on everything, because that's just how I roll. I don't do it to purposely bash a brand in any way, but I'm just talk a little bit about sort of my my experience with it. So this is the box that it came in. The only thing that I'm slightly, I want to say, annoyed over is the fact that this is not in a box that fits in my mail thing. Both Sugar Pill and Lime Crime have boxes that are the smaller ones that do fit in my little mail thing, so that I don't have to actually get left like a postage thing and travel out of my way to go pick up my package. It's just a thing, like this box could easily be like half that size and fit in, you know, most people's mailboxes. So yeah, that's just a kind of like little complaint. Again, it's like, it's not a big issue or anything, it's just sort of an inconvenience when I know that other companies will fit that, and when you see that like what I ordered 4 little products, it doesn't need to be in a box this size. That being said, open up the box. I did open them up to see what they look like, and I did swatch them on my hand once, so this isn't like a 100% first impression, but I haven't put them on my lips yet, so that is where it's going to be a first impression of that. So open it up, nice big bubble wrap, which is really nice to see. They also use this nice sort of blue paper with like the Jeffree Star logo. Now I ordered the 3 new blue ones and also one of their older ones, which you guys will see. So they came with the 4 like that. And like I said, like that box is huge for like 4 things. But once I realized when I opened it, I thought, oh, okay, this makes sense. They include this, which sort of makes it worthwhile to have a box that size. This is a 5x7 sort of advertisement, drop it, sort of advertisement slash like postcard sort of thing, which I will keep and probably put up somewhere in my vanity area. But yeah, so I mean, that makes sense because they couldn't fit that into a smaller box. So that makes sense. So I ordered 4. They were, I believe, $18 a piece, which isn't bad. You know, Lime Crime is $20 a piece. The Kat Von D ones, I think, in Sephora for me are like $24 a piece. So, you know, like it's one of actually the cheaper ones that I've gotten, but all around that sort of like $20 range. So I'll kind of show you guys what the packaging looks like. So it has blue packaging with sort of pink stars, the name of them on the top. So that one's Blue Velvet. Okay, so these are the three that are in the blue collection. The baby blue one is called Jawbreaker. This one in the middle, which is the one that I was most excited for, or that I am most excited for, is Blue Velvet. And this last one here is Abused. And then the extra one that I got just on the regular line is called I'm Royalty, which is a purple. So those are the four that I got. So I'm going to swatch them on my hand. Again, the packaging, really cool. I do want to show a size comparison because I know a lot of people are going to be wondering. This is a Jeffree Star one. This is a Lime Crime packaging. So you can see that the tube is a lot smaller, a lot narrower, I should say, on a Lime Crime one. Jeffree Star is a little bit shorter, but I think it has more product in there. I'm also going to compare it to the Kat Von D one, which you can see these are a lot more tall and skinny. Probably the same amount of product, around the same amount of product, just stretched out. Also, let me see. Also here is just a Sephora one as well. Again, just size comparison. So these ones are chubbier, like they're more girthy. They're shorter than the other ones. So a lot of pictures I saw, I thought, oh, these look really, really small, but in comparison to my other lips products, like they're not. The only ones that I would consider like really, really small in comparison are the Lime Crime ones. Like they, you know, they look like they have no product in comparison to these. So okay, so my first impression once I took these out of the box, I was most excited for this one, which is Blue Velvet. And to be honest, when I took it right out of the box, my initial reaction was, fuck, that's purple. And I don't know what it is about me, like I don't know if I'm just slightly colorblind, like you guys be the judge of this, but to me that doesn't look entirely true blue. My nails, for example, look like a true blue color. This doesn't look like true blue to me. And so I kind of had a freak out moment. I'm like, oh, that's purple. Like I did the same thing that I did with Melt, where I thought DGAF was going to be blue and it's not. So in comparison to OCC, you can see how that kind of looks a little bit more purple. I don't know. I just had this fear that it was going to be purple. Once I swatched it on my hand, it kind of looked a little bit different, but I just kind of thought, oh, that's purple. Even like this dark one here, this one is Abused. That just looks like a dark purple to me. It doesn't really look blue. So I'm starting to really think that I'm colorblind with that. I don't know. I'm actually going to swatch them this way. So first thing that I can say about this is that the consistency is not as watery as the Lime Crime ones, but it's not as moussey as the Sephora and the Kat Von D one. So it's kind of like a little bit thicker than just a solid liquid, but it's not a mousse, if that makes any sense. So that is the bright color. So that one is Jawbreaker. So yeah, so this next one is Blue Velvet, which is the one that I'm most excited for out of the three. So I'm gonna swatch that one. Right there. That kind of royal blue color. However, to me, at least, it does still look purple. Next one is Abused, which is supposed to be kind of like a dark blacky blue. And again, to me, I don't pick any blue out of that. I just see that as dark purple. And then lastly, the other one that I got, which is I'm Royalty, is a bright purple. Like that I see as purple. So I'll put that one right there. So yeah, like that's definitely a true purple. So yeah, that is kind of like my first impression upon swatching them. Like I did swatch them before and I kind of thought, oh, like that's not royal blue to me. Okay, so I know you guys are going to be curious of how this swatches with a couple other things that are very similar. So Jawbreaker here is supposed to be very similar to Lime Crime's No She Didn't. So what I'll do is I'll swatch that next to it. So as you can see right there, No She Didn't is much more like bright with like a white undertone. This is more of a true blue, if you look, sort of. So that's definitely more pastel. The next thing I have to swatch is Occ Lip Tar in RX. So that is kind of the color that I was hoping I'm Royalty was going to be. And so you can see when swatched together just sort of how purple that looks in comparison, if that makes any sense. To Melt DGAF, which I think is just purple. I got kind of a wonky tube. And so yeah, so then that is kind of the swatches all together. Like this is supposed to be a royal blue as well, and that is purple. So you can see that like there is a difference between I'm Royalty and Melt GJAF, at least mine. So that is a little bit more blue, but it still sort of leans towards the purple side. So if you guys really want a true blue, like royal blue lipstick, I still think that like our RX from OCC is like the most true blue that you can get. So I'm gonna start swatching those on my lips and kind of show you guys what I think about them as I swatch them. We'll see what this looks like on me. Yeah. Okay, so that is what Jawbreaker looks like. It's a little bit more wearable, like I said, than No She Didn't from Lime Crime, which is like very, very pastel. It looks kind of terrible on me, but this still makes my teeth look pretty yellow. That being said, I would probably wear this out and get more use out of this one than No She Didn't. It's a little bit darker than that. One thing I can say is that the applicator is really cool. I'm not sure how well you guys are going to be able to see this on video, but it sort of has like a divot in the doe foot applicator, which sort of perfectly fits the contours of the lip, at least my lips, so that's kind of neat. It takes a little while for it to dry. It doesn't dry as quickly as Lime Crime or Kat Von D. It does have that sort of sticky feeling, but it is starting to get dry already, so not too bad on the dry time. So yeah, that is what that one looks like on my skin. I'm really trying not to get blue lipstick on this shirt that I just bought, so if you see me doing like hand motions, because I'm trying not to put my arm anywhere near my body. So yeah, that is Jawbreaker. Okay, so let's see how they come off. This is just a MAC wipe. Oh, pretty good actually. Again, the one that I'm most excited about, so we'll see what this looks like. Ooh. See, with one pass, I think this color is going to be one that you need like 2 coats with. It also seems to be sort of settling into creases a little bit, like you can see. So this might be one that you have to apply and then do this until it dries. Like some liquid lipsticks I have to do that for, darker colors especially, because it will sort of settle in. But yeah, in general though, I like the color. It does still to me look a little bit more purple than I would like. I would like something a little bit more blue and like stronger blue pushing through. But that being said, now that I have it on my lips, I like it a lot more than when I had it swatched on my arm. So I think I called this I'm Royalty. This one is actually called Blue Velvet, my apologies. So this is what Blue Velvet looks like. The next one I have to swatch is Abused. I'm really not a fan of the name. I know there was some controversy sort of over the name on Instagram. I kind of think it's unnecessary. I know there's a whole story behind why it's called that, but personally, I think it's a little ridiculous. Like, I won't ever, someone asks me like, oh, what color are you wearing? I'm not going to be like, oh, it's Abused by Jeffree Star. I'm going to say, oh, it's like that dark blue color from Jeffree Star. I personally just don't like that name. I think it's sort of just, why? Like, there's no need. Okay, so that is what Abused looks like on the lips. Again, apologies for my lip swatches. They're not the greatest, but yeah, definitely is showing a little bit more of a dark navy blue, bluey purple on the lips. From far away, it definitely is going to be associated with black, but I think as you get a little bit closer to somebody, or if you're, you know, talking more close face to face, someone will notice that it is a little bit more of a darker purpley blue black kind of color. So yeah, I actually really like this one. It's something a little bit more subtle than just a straight black lipstick, which is nice, but it still sort of has that effect of a black lipstick, if that makes any sense. So it applied really nicely, really sort of dense like color. Keep in mind that like this is just one pull out of the tube. I didn't re-dip to apply, so that's nice. It goes a long way, which is good because that way you know you're gonna get like a bunch of applications out of this tube before you have to sort of like reorder them, which is nice. But all these colors are gonna be colors that change slightly depending on how dark your natural lip tone is. So keep that in mind for sure, but that's just sort of what it looks like on my complexion. Okay, so last but not least is I'm Royalty, which is their purple one in the regular line. So I'm gonna swatch this one. Okay, so this one is I'm Royalty, which is the purple one, And yeah, so I realized just after that I had one more thing to compare this to, and that was Lime Crime's Pansy. You can see even in the tubes that Pansy is a lot more pink. This is a lot more true sort of purple. Pansy has more of a pink base. This is more of almost like a white base, if that makes any sense. I will swatch this on my arm next to it. Put it right there. So you can see that Pansy almost doesn't even look purple in comparison. Definitely has a much more pink base to it. So it looks terrible. I definitely fucked this up, but whatever, just ignore my application. So yeah, so basically my first impressions are, I would say I'm Royalty and Blue Velvet both need a second coat in order to get sort of full opacity. These two don't, Abused and Jawbreaker don't. Also, I would suggest using these maybe with a lip liner, just because it does seem to sort of crease and gather together in the lip lines. So it might be one that you want to apply with your lips really sort of stretched out and like fan it till it dries. I do that all the time. It's a little tip I use with liquid lipsticks. So yeah, we'll see kind of how they wear. I'm gonna come back at some point once I've worn all these and do like a solid review video, sort of how they wear and how they like, you know, eating food, that kind of thing. But my first impression is they feel really good on the lips. They do have a little bit of that sticky inner lip thing that the Kat Von D ones do, so we'll see sort of how they last. So that's kind of my first impression. Do I think they're worth it? Hell yeah, if you like these colors, go for it. And I mean, if you don't have anything that is 100%, you know, similar to this, then go for it. I still would love to see a company, if you guys have any suggestions, let me know, have a liquid lipstick that is literally the color of this, instead of sort of like a darker purple color. If you guys know of a liquid lipstick that is the exact color of OCC's RX, holla, because that's what I'm looking for. These colors are really, really nice, and I'm definitely going to wear all of them. Okay, so I'm just going to use a clear plastic thing. I'm going to mix together a little bit of Jawbreaker, and then I'm going to add in a little bit of Blue Velvet and see sort of what color that's gonna give me, because I mix the two together and it's sort of coming off as like a periwinkle blue color. So there is definitely purple in there. So I'm gonna apply this and see what this looks like. Okay, so that is what Jawbreaker and Blue Velvet looks like mixed together. So you can see that it makes almost like a periwinkle blue color, which is really cool. I've included the little swatch on my arm here, just the color sort of in between the two. Really fun. You could obviously mix a bunch of stuff to make whatever sort of color that you want. So yeah, obviously you guys can sort of mix and match and make whatever color you want. They clearly mix really, really well together, so that's pretty awesome. But yeah, so this video is hella long. My camera is overheating as fuck, so I am going to go. But I do hope you guys sort of like that sort of first impression review. Do I think they're worth it? Hell yeah, I do. I think they're good. I obviously have to do a wear test, but so far they look awesome, so keep that in mind. And yeah, so hopefully you guys like this video, and until my next one, I will talk to all of you soon. Bye.